Good morning, pros. How are you this morning? It's Paula here, and welcome to week 3 of Finish 2018 Strong. So we've done 2 full weeks already, and we're now into week 3. We've done a lot of the preparation work. How have you been? How have you been out to any events? Have you been out testing any of the principles that we've done so far? How has that been going for you? So we're on to the exciting bit, what I call the exciting bit. We have got some clarity and focus on the types of products that we're getting out there for our events. And we're also clear on who our target customer is. Or we're still working on it, but that can be an ongoing thing, so don't get hung up on the fact that you're still a bit fuzzy maybe with your target customer. But the next stage, now that we've hit week 3, is to talk about your killer displays. I want to sort of like just sort of run through a quick summary. I've put a post up earlier, just some things that you need to think about in terms of your display now that you know where you're going and you have some sort of path to follow. As I said before, a lot of us tend to sort of skip to this part where we just want to sort of get to the display section where we're putting our stuff out there so people can see it. And I get it. I am really impatient as well. I love to sort of run before I can walk sometimes, and I think that's how a lot of us are. We want to get out. We want to get the presentation bit there. But as I said, the foundation work has to be done first before you can know what you need to do. So when we talk about displays, we're talking about not just the physical display and what people see. We're talking about the types of messages that you're putting out there. You need to put a clear message in terms of what you write in your promotional material, in terms of how you display your products, what props you're using. If you know who you are targeting and who you're talking to, you'll know the types of things that are going to appeal to them. Because the biggest mistake that you can make is to display in a way that's going to put off your target customer, that is going to make them feel a little bit icky, that they're just going to feel like, do you know what, this isn't for me. That's why you need to be really clear about who this person is. You need to understand what their language is, what they get excited about, what makes them warm to something. When you start thinking in that respect, then your display will come to life, and you will always do what I call the attracting people to you, instead of trying to get the sale. Trying all the time, specifically trying becomes exhausting. Constantly trying, constantly pushing, constantly trying to get that engagement is going to be exhausting. What you're working on is the attraction, so that you don't have to do all that hard work. You do the hard work up front so that you can get the rewards later on. So yeah, have a little think about your props, your messages, specifically what are you going to say? You know, what's your signage going to say? When I do the training, the workshop training, some of you would have heard this before. If you think about some of the messages that are out there and how some of the big giants communicate, and one of the ones that I love is the one with McDonald's. They have a great slogan. I love slogans. Again, if you know me, you'll know that I love working on slogans and getting you to come up with your own sort of slogan. And the one for McDonald's is "I'm loving it." And they've got a slogan that's sort of splashed across underneath their logo that says "I'm loving it." Now, if you get the chance, if you can't think of what it is and how it looks at the moment, do a little search on Google and look for McDonald's slogan. And you'll see how it's written. It's written in slang. So it's not grammatically correct. So it's written in the way that you'd say, I'm loving it. And the reason why they've done that is because they are targeting the youngsters. They're targeting the younger audience. They want to sound trendy. They want to sound hip, if people use that word anymore. I don't even think the youngsters maybe don't even use that. But they want to sound really trendy. So they're using language that will appeal to their younger audience. So again, it doesn't mean that older people don't use McDonald's. They don't go to McDonald's. I love a McDonald's every so often as well. But their main target customer is the youngsters. So that's how they talk. That's how they want to get across to them. So when I talk about messages and how you talk to your customer, if it's an older customer, how are you going to speak to them? How are you going to relate to them? If it's a younger customer, what are you going to say? And how are you going to display, and the props that you're going to use? So pop some comments below. Throw some ideas around. Do you know what? You're not going to come up with something straight away. So get a blank sheet of paper, jot some things down, do a list for displays, do a list for types of language that you're going to use, and just throw it all on this bit of paper, all the little ideas, and then sort of dwindle it down to something that you think might quite work, and then share it. Share it in this group, share it underneath this live, share it as an individual post. Say, these are the types of things that I'm thinking of doing in terms of my display, and what does everyone think? So I hope that's helpful for you today. We have got a great Zoom call lined up tomorrow evening with Vicky, who's the retail queen. Hope most of you will be on, if not all of you. Have a great day, have a great week, and I will connect with you as the week goes on. Speak to you soon. Bye.